Hi, I'm Katie Farner, Superstar Director for the Sunshine State Superstars. I wanted to talk with you today about coaching your brand new team members and helping them find success in all the things that you want to encourage them to do, point them to do, and even a helpful tool that I have, well, a few helpful tools that I have as being part of our team to help you do that. So, first, let me say, if you're watching this, congratulations. I'm sure you just got a team member, maybe your very first one, or maybe you've sponsored a few and you're wanting to revamp that training process. Either way, I'm glad you are giving this video a watch, and I know that you understand, just like I do. You can't control what these new team members do, but you can absolutely do your best to ensure that you're setting them up for success. And then it's their it's their opportunity to be able to seize or just let slip through their fingers. But at least when you follow these steps, you know that you've done everything in your power to really help them make their start of their new business a success. So let's start from the very beginning. You don't want them to just join when they feel like joining, like Friday's payday, so they're going to join. That's not what you want to happen. You want them to join strategically. You want to make sure that you work with them and you set their very first launch party date, their very first party date. And if you live locally, work with them on that date so you can attend and help them make the event a success. If you don't live locally, then of course, they're free to pick whatever works for them. But if you are local, really try to attend that party with them. So they should set their launch party date. Then what I do is I encourage them to join about 6 to 8 business days prior to the launch party. This will ensure that they have a few days to play around with their kit and get their kit prepared for their launch party by doing things like sorting their testers and stuff like that and labeling their catalogs. And it also will ensure that after the party's over, they'll have a few days to get things together and place their order before their 15th day. You want to make sure that they understand about that incentive, and that's why you want them to be strategic on when they join. So that's how you really want to set them up for success right off the bat. So, and I'm sorry if it's loud. My husband is out mowing the backyard right now on our gigantic, ridiculous lawnmower that he thinks he needs. So it's probably loud. So I apologize for that if you can hear that background noise. But anyway, so right off the bat, before they click join, you want to try to have that conversation with them to get them to join strategically. Now, I understand that sometimes people feel like, well, I'm not going to tell someone they need to have a launch party. You must remember that you are the expert. Even if you've been doing this one day longer than them, you still have been doing it longer than them, right? So don't allow that new consultant who's coming in and doesn't know, what they're doing to determine their first steps. You're the professional. You're the one with the experience. You need to help them determine their first steps. And it has to include a launch party. And what I encourage them to do is schedule a home launch party. And then I ask them, do you have friends and family that don't live locally that you can invite to an online launch? And they usually say yes. And in that case, I encourage them the very next night, or no more than 2 nights later, to go online on Facebook and have a Facebook Live party. So kind of a dual launch. I always tell my new team members, the most successful launches of your business will include sales from multiple avenues. Not only just the people who show up to the party, but online orders, and also just maybe some coworkers that you didn't invite, bring in the testers to them and things like that. Those are going to produce the most successful parties when it's a combination of sales avenues. So that's first things first. So most often I won't say most often. In a lot of cases, this is how my new team members join. Sometimes people just join and don't even talk to me. And then I'm like, oh gosh, we got to play catch up. I love when this happens and we can set them up for success. So in most cases, this is what happens. So in most cases, I'm actually training them. We're having phone calls, or I'm sending them videos, or whatever we're doing prior to them even clicking join. That's most often the scenario. So I didn't want there to be confusion on your end for that. I didn't want you to think, oh, they joined 6 to 8 days prior and then we just have their first coaching call. That's not how it works. We are coaching them, it's usually 3 weeks, 4 weeks out for their launch party. So we're actually coaching and working that whole time, coaching them how to invite people and things like that we're going to get into in a minute. So I wanted to preface all of this with that. it's very important that you get them to join strategically. So you're setting them up for success in earning their awards. So that's very, very important. Also, for your new recruits, once they click join, it's important that you understand Scentsy's Sensational Start program. The Sensational Start program is a process it's a process of emails that Scentsy sends out to these new team members to ensure that they are following proper steps, because they know sometimes people join and their sponsor doesn't do anything to help them. The sponsor is non-existent. And so Scentsy has created this awesome program that allows these consultants to take responsibility for their own business and follow along this email process. And it even will include video links. One of them is mine, actually talking about the list of 100. But anyway, it's a wonderful training structure from Scentsy. So that helps to make your job a whole lot easier. He's right here by the house, so it's probably loud. I'm so sorry. I did not anticipate him coming to the backyard first. He went outside to go mow, and I'm like, oh, he's probably going to start in the front yard, and he decided to start in the back. So I apologize if it's loud. So you want to make sure that you understand how the Sensational Start program works and that you encourage your team members to participate in it. You also want to understand Shooting Star and the Sensational Start Award. So that way you can coach them to earn those. I also offer my new frontline a special incentive where if they certify within the first 30 days, I give them a free mini tester set. So my new frontline have a 15-day, a 30-day, and then a 70-day goal. And you can decide if you want to offer that to your new frontline or not. To me, I look at it like, well, if they're promoting to certified in 30 days, they're very likely earning Shooting Star. And you know, as well as I do, that when you sponsor someone and they earn the Shooting Star Award, you get a $25 credit. So I'm basically just reinvesting that back in them, because if they certify in 30 days, they're probably earning Shooting Star as well. So I'm just reinvesting that in them. So it's important that they know about all of their incentives. Make sure that you understand them as well so you can effectively explain them. I also want to encourage you to make sure to let them know right away about all of their opportunities to connect with us as a team. The Sunshine State Superstars family of teams has a lot to offer the people on our teams. And so I want to make sure that you as a sponsor understand them all and get your people focused on them. So for example, our YouTube channel that you're on right now, we have hundreds of videos to help them in their new business. There's even a section just for them called New Consultant Training. And there are about 12 videos in there that are really specifically designed for brand new consultants. So those would be a great videos to send. And when we go over the mentor guide, you'll see that I've actually included some of those links in there. So make sure that you're following our YouTube channel. Make sure that you have that new consultant playlist link saved, or every time you want to send it to them, you can just go to our channel. So you go to the Sunshine State Superstars page, and then you click playlists, and then you click on the one that says new consultants, and you can copy the link to that whole playlist and send that to your team member. Also, make sure that you educate them about Live Thursdays. Every other Thursday in our team page, there is a live training broadcast. And it's usually no more than 45 minutes, and it'll be facilitated by myself or one of our directors in our family of teams. So it's every other Thursday. So this makes it really easy. People can just hop on Facebook and watch. Very, very simple. They can watch it on the go. They can watch it at home. And of course, it's recorded so they can watch the playback, which is convenient as well. Oh gosh, that's so loud. I'm sorry. Anyway, it distracts me every time he comes close to the house. I apologize. So new consultant playlist, Live Thursdays, and then if they live local here in Central Florida, once a month we also have a get-together in Central Florida, usually in Claremont, so they can get that information on our team page. Our cover photo of our team page is always current with all of the things that are available for our monthly connections. So the Live Thursday dates will be on there, the local team gathering date will be on there, and any other extras will be on there. So the cover photo of our team Facebook page is always current, so you can always tag them in that cover photo or point them in the direction of that cover photo. Speaking of our team Facebook page, make sure they're on our team Facebook page. Also, in our team Facebook page, there's actually a photo album designed just for new consultants. You might have noticed that in our team page, there are a lot of different photo albums, and that helps to keep things a little bit more organized. And one of the photo albums is called I Just Joined, Now What? And what that album is just a lot of important, helpful facts, like things about compensation and just stuff like that. Who we are, who are all the directors in our team, just a lot of basic Scentsy facts that are important for them to know, stuff like that. So that's available to you as well, and you can tag them in it. To find that, all you got to do is go to our team page, and then on the left-hand side, click where it says photos, and then you click albums, and then you'll see the album that says I Just Joined, Now What? So you can actually click on that album and then scroll to the very bottom, and there'll be a place where you can actually type and tag that person if you want them to check that out. So something else that I recently worked on that I wanted to share with you that is to help you with coaching your new team members is the updated consultant information sheet. Now, I have shared one of these in the past, and I also had shared a document called How to Best Prep Your Team Members for Success. So I went ahead and actually merged those two items. I merged a consultant information sheet and step-by-step how to prep your new team members for success. I'm so excited to announce this, and you can find this in the files section of our team page. Now, if you're not on our team page, I am going to actually save this to my Dropbox and post the link in the comments so you can use this as well. So what this is at the top, you will notice that it's just information. And this is actually something that I found somewhere on the internet, maybe the director page, I don't know, but this mentor guide someone else created, like the top piece, and then all of these things, all of these at the end, I went ahead and took the liberty to create. So the mentor guide, you'll see that there is a place to circle their rank. And so you can just like circle it and then maybe like mark the date of when they promoted to that title. There's a place where you can jot down potential recruits they're working with or even their recruits once they get them. And then over here is where you have things like name, ID number, join date, address, cell phone, home phone, email, local tax rate. I should have deleted that. We don't really need that. 15th day, 70th day. Yeah, I'm actually going to tweak this before I save it. And I'm going to do 15th day, 30th day, 70th day. So I need to change that. I just caught that. But anyway, and then there's also birthday, anniversary. So it's just some helpful information. Best way to contact, how often, children, significant other. And then there's some questions. What would you like to achieve with your Scentsy business? What is their why? You want to write that down. What motivates them? How can I help them? Favorite restaurant, favorite treat, hobbies. So all of that is on the first page. Now the second page is the part that I'm super excited about because that's just basic information. This is the page that I'm really excited about. Now let me add, every single person in my front line gets one of these. So every single front line of mine has one of these, and I keep them all in a notebook. Oh my God, I could just kill my husband right now. He's so annoying. Oh, look, Parks and Recreation in the background. I just got done watching The Office again on Netflix, and I was like, ooh, that put me in the mood to see Parks and Recreation. So I started watching Parks and Rec again. But this is my frontline notebook, believe it or not. It's pretty heavy. It's kind of crazy, but this is my frontline notebook. So every single person in my frontline has their own sheet, and I actually have it divided by title. So that's how that top of here. Okay, sorry. Probably going to make you seasick moving you all around like that. So anyway, that is how I keep them organized. I wanted to add that little piece in here. So the last sheet is your sponsoring checklist. So this is going to keep you on track with mentoring them. And it's super easy to follow along. And I put it pretty much in order of how I tend to do it. So first is the welcome interview. Send this video to watch as homework, and it's literally a link. So you're going to want to print this out, but you're also going to want a live copy on your computer, so that way you can copy and paste the links. Because obviously from a printout copy, you're not going to be able to copy and paste the link to send to your team member. So you're going to want a copy on your computer where you can do some copying and pasting. But the first one is welcome interview. So once you've done your welcome interview, check. Send this video to watch as homework after the welcome interview. Check. Set launch party date, and there's a place for you to write. There's a place for you to write the date of their launch party. Check. Add as a Facebook friend / add to Teams group. Check. List of 100 along with my video from Scentsy, the video that I made for Scentsy about creating your list of 100. So talk to them about it. And a lot of this can just be done via text. You know, communicate how you and this team member agree to communicate. Most of my coaching for my team members, my frontline, happens through Facebook Messenger. I send a lot of voice messages because that's just super easy. I can send them as I'm driving. I could send them at my convenience. I could send them when I'm out walking the dog. So I love Facebook Messenger. So I just don't want you to think that I'm saying all of this and this is 7 million phone calls. That's not what I'm saying. Find out the way you and that team member want to communicate, whether it's text, whether it's email, whether it's phone calls, whatever it is. So the welcome interview I do on the phone, and we set their launch party date usually on the phone. If we don't get it on the phone if we don't get it set before we hang up on that welcome call, they just text me or private message me and tell me what the date is. So then of course I log it. Add as a Facebook friend, add to team group, list of 100. And so you're just sending them these video links. So that's 2 videos so far. The next step would be talk about their why and set their first goal. The next step would be talk about the best way to communicate and set monthly appointments. Next tip is talk about inviting guests, have them watch this video, send them a link. Workstation tour, send them a link. So it's a lot of video links that help make your coaching process so smooth and so simple, because you're not like, okay, all right, did you click add a new guest? Okay, right? Great. Now add our contact information, and don't forget to select yes for get my newsletter. No. You're too busy for that. You can't grow a frontline of 100 people doing that kind of stuff on the phone with everybody. There's videos for that, guys. There's videos for it. Say, hey, here's the video. You have to remember, at the end of the day, they are a business owner. They signed an independent consultant agreement. And yes, you are their sponsor. And that's why you're doing helpful things like sending them video links and going through a process and saying, okay, you've had your launch party. Here's a great video that's going to suggest what are the best things you do now that your launch party's over. You know what's in that video. So I'm not just saying send them the video and then be done with them. I'm saying send them the video and then discuss it and say, oh, great, have you started digging through your list of 100 yet and looking for opportunities? Have you reached out and tried to book any fundraisers or events? Have you found a consultant for each direct sales business? Like, what's in these videos, or you should, because you should watch them. And use this as a foundation for training, and then you can just talk about the key points that you want to cover that were in that training. So anyway, I'm super pumped about this mentor guide, this new consultant information sheet. I really think it's going to help make your sponsoring go even more smoothly than it has in the past. And I hope that you find this document super helpful to use along the journey of mentoring your new team member. Like I said, they're independent consultants, they're business owners, they've got to take responsibility, and that's where watching these videos comes in, making the time to learn. It's just like any new job. And remember this, I don't want you to hear all these see all these video links and think, oh, no one's got time to watch all that. Well, then I guess they don't have time to become successful at their business, because any job you start, you have to learn. Like, whether you go to work at Walmart as a cashier, like, you got to go to training. You got to learn how to work the register. Or, if you go to work as a realtor, you got to take tests. You've got to go to the school. You've got to take tests. And then even once you get started, you're still learning so much. There is no job that you're going to just dive right in and know it all and not have to learn. So don't get stuck in a mindset of, well, I'm not going to send them all that stuff because they're not even going to watch it. If they don't want to watch it, then that's their own choice, and they're choosing not to be successful, because you're not going to be successful if you're not willing to learn. If you're not willing to invest the time to learn how the business works and how to be successful, you won't be successful. It's not magic. You don't just click join and then you're a success. You know that just as much as I do. So let's prep our team members for success, and then they can control the rest. But at the end of the day, we can hold our head high and say, hey, I know I gave that team member my best. So I hope this document helps make you feel even more so that you did your best for all of your new team members. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.